India is the second most populous country, the seventh largest country by land area, and the most populous democracy in the world. India is the fourth largest importer of arms. The population of India is 1.36 billion, which is 0.038 billion less than China. India's strength and weakness both lie in its huge population. India is the sixth largest economy by GDP. In 2015, India became the world's fastest growing economy with a 5% estimated GDP rate. India's biggest rival in the region is Pakistan. The major conflict between the two countries is of Kashmir, a land which the British left undivided. India is located in Southeast Asia. India shares borders with China, Bhutan, Nepal, and Pakistan in the north or northwest, and with Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east. India's biggest rival is Pakistan, while its relations with China are not so appreciable. India and Pakistan both countries the right to Kashmir. There is no definite border between Indian and Pakistani Kashmir. Rather, a line of control is established between the two nations' controlled territories. Since their independence, the two countries have fought 3 major wars, as well as one undeclared war, and have been involved in numerous armed skirmishes and military standoffs. The Indian military is the fourth powerful military in the world according to global firepower. It is the world's second biggest military force, with over 1.4 million active troops, and the world's largest volunteer army. It also boasts the world's third largest defense budget. Indian Army has fought several wars with Pakistan and China. The government of India has launched a Make in India initiative to indigenous manufacturing and reduce dependence on imports, including defense imports and procurement. Aircraft are the most mature components of India's nuclear strike capabilities. SIPRI estimates that there are about 48 nuclear bombs assigned to aircraft. To create a second strike capability, India is also developing the naval component of its nuclear triad. About 12 nuclear warheads have been delivered for potential deployment by the nuclear submarine. Let's look at the military strength of India. Total personnel, 5,127,000. Active personnel, 1,445,000. Reserve personnel, 1,115,000. Nuclear warheads, 130-140. Tank strength, 4,730. Rocket projector, 374. Armed fighting vehicles, 10,000. Air strength, 2,119. Fighter aircraft, 542. Naval strength, 285. Submarines, 17. India has 1 aircraft carrier. The gross domestic product of India is almost $2.72 trillion in 2021, which ranks it at 7th position in the world. Per capita gross domestic product is a metric that breaks down a country's economic output per person and is calculated by dividing the GDP of a country by its population. According to GDP per capita, India ranks 145th in the world. India has classified and tracked its economy and GDP in 3 sectors: agriculture, industry, and services. The graph shows the contribution of each sector to GDP. The contribution of services has increased from 30 to 59% in the last 70 years. On the other hand, the contribution of agriculture declined from 52 to 14%. India ranks second globally in food and agricultural production, while agricultural exports were $35.09 billion. India is the world's largest manufacturer of generic drugs, and its pharmaceutical sector fulfills over 50% of the global demand for vaccines. The tourism industry contributes about 9.2% of India's GDP and employs over 42 million. India has the world's 4th largest natural resources, with the mining sector contributing 11% of the country's industrial GDP and 2.5% of total GDP. India is a member of the Commonwealth of Nations and continues to maintain relationships with other Commonwealth countries. As a member state of BRICS, a repertoire of emerging major economies that also encompasses Brazil, Russia, China and South Africa, India also exerts a salient influence as the founding member of the non-aligned movement. Though India is not a part of any major military alliance, it has a close strategic and military relationship with most of its fellow major powers. Israel is set to overtake Russia as India's largest military and strategic partner. India wields enormous influence in global affairs and can be classified as an emerging superpower.